A warm good afternoon class. In the previous video, we have seen uh, the general introduction about ferrous and non-ferrous material, and we have seen why we have chosen the ferrous material. Right. So next, when we and we have discussed about it. Right. So the first thing what you are going to see is copper. Right. The copper is the mostly used uh, non-ferrous alloy. Okay, which is used in the industrial application, household application, and it carries away the most of the work, right? So it is mostly used in as the non-ferrous material. Second one, the melting point is 1085 degree, which is nearer to the steel structure, steel. Okay, and the third most important one is it has a very good corrosion resistance. Right? It has a very good corrosion resistance because of where here this see corrosion resistance means that see here aluminum and copper, once if you are kept in a open air, the copper will form a layer around the outer surface, like we are wearing a gloves, right? Like we are wearing a gloves, we can form a layer around the surface so that outer atmospheric moisture will not touch the surface, so that the moisture, so that the resistance, so the corrosion resistance has been improved, right? So coming to the next thing, if you see why we are going to use copper. Okay, the main thing to use copper is it has variety of properties which is more suitable to us. The first one is high electrical connectivity. Here you can see, okay, and we'll see this application point of view at the later part. Okay, second one is high thermal conductivity, right? The third one is good corrosion resistance, right? The fourth one is it is soft, ductile, and also it's a malleable part. Okay, malleable means we can convert it into a wire like format, we can draw it to a ductile means we can convert to wire like format. Malleable means we can convert a sheet like material, right? A sheet like material. Okay, so here it can be hot worked and it cannot, and cold work means that it can be change its deformed or change its shape at the even at the low temperature and also but high temperature. But here the only drawback when we see about copper is that it cannot be welded, right? It cannot be welded. So that is the only drawback in the copper part, right? So coming to the next thing, okay, as I said in the previous, we can see that it is used in the variety of applications. That is why copper plays a major role in the non-ferrous material. The first one is used in the power cables, telephone cables, circuit boards, connectors. Okay, these first four applications you can see this copper is used in the uh, based on the applications, like it should have a good thermal conductivity, you should have a electrical conductivity, right? So the same way it should have a sorry, it should have a good corrosion resistance. So comes into the picture here, you can see when we comes into the picture, you can see here these first four things you can see they should conduct heat, they should dissipate heat easily, they should conduct electricity, they should pass the electricity without with the less loss of electricity. Okay, so these first four applications mainly deals about the electronics part. So here most of the applications which related to the electrical field, we are using copper, and it is sometimes it is most other than that it is used as the utensils to storage the water, and it is mainly used to produce its alloys such as brass and bronze. So in the first four thing, power cable, telephone cable, circuit board connectors, you can see most of the small items or the small parts is made up of copper, right? So other than this, why we are using copper? As we already discussed, the main we have to discuss some more thing here, which means apart from the composition, okay, we have already said about electric and thermal conductivity, but it has other things as well. First one is strength and durability. Okay, copper has a strength and durability when we when application point of view. Okay, and second one is corrosion resistance, right? It is used in the corrosion. So if we take heat exchangers, or if we take water heaters what we are using in the home, we can home, and the Nowadays you are seeing in the water purifiers, we can see a copper tube which is kept inside. Means that this copper tubes will also will holds for these all conditions. So for example, if I'm taking a electric heater, okay, electric water heater, you can see its composition is good. Okay, it conducts electricity, but also it conducts thermal, right? So heat and electricity together it can conduct. So measure and formability is good. Okay, it can convert into sheet like manner, or a plate like manner, or a tube like manner. Okay, it is most cost effective when compared to the other materials, other non-ferrous materials, and mainly it is in the corrosion resistance part. Okay, so that's all for today. We'll see the copper lye based things in the next video. Thank you.